Stride Fates is the Mirror's Edge VR game we've been waiting for. It's a sequel to Stride, which whilst had the parkour movement down, the overall game was more of a Subway Surfer or Temple Run type, with some sandbox modes. Stride Fates though is a full game with a story-driven single-player campaign that has a nice mix of parkour sections with some combat. Before I go into the game in more detail, there was a bit of controversy with this game because the original Stride was launched into early access on PC with the promise of a single-player campaign releasing before it leaves early access. Some people bought the game based on this information, but when Stride Fates was announced, it's now a sequel that you have to buy separately. This wasn't a great move from developer Joyway, and after some protest from the owners of the original game, if you bought the game on Steam between September the 4th, 2020 and June the 10th, 2022, you'll now get Stride Fates for free. These are the dates where the single player campaign was part of the Steam page after this date it was removed. I'm glad to see that they've done the right thing, and Joyway have stated that they should have done this from the start. So with that out of the way, let's talk about the game itself, because I got a 45-minute preview of the game, and I'm glad to say that it's good. The game starts you on a rooftop staring at some ass. A little bit of setup, and you're quickly running and jumping across rooftops, sliding under stuff, climbing, and even grappling between ledges. The movement in this game is great, and it's a real highlight. I was actually worried after seeing the trailer for the game because they seem to focus on the combat, making it seem more like a lot of other VR shooters, but I'm glad to say that they've still got plenty of sections where you get into a flow through levels, just like Faith from Mirror's Edge. The game's got some nice pacing as well, where you go from rooftops to inside buildings getting into gunfights. You've got melee, although I did find things could get a little bit janky, but the game still hasn't released, so this could hopefully be improved. There are sections where you have to solve environmental puzzles like turning off the electric box so you don't get electrocuted, and they've got less linear outdoor sections with enemies around that you can take out in stylish ways. It all comes together really nicely, and it switches things up enough so that it's not repetitive, although obviously this is only the first 45 minutes of the game, but I really had a great time with what I played.
Opening fire!
It isn't perfect, and again, I just want to stress that this is a pre-release, so things can change, but I found that when you grabbed the environment, like when climbing, the view would snap, which felt a little jarring. I would prefer it if they had a little bit of smoothing to the head. Every time you go into combat, the same generic music plays each time, and eventually I end up turning music off, because it was starting to irritate me. Visually the game looks good. The preview reel that I got was for the Quest 2 version, but I'm playing it on the PC, and overall they've done a great job with the visuals. When you're on a rooftop, you can look out to the city and the view distance is great. You can even see the roads beneath you with good detail. They've got flashy billboards on buildings and lots of shiny metallic surfaces which have got some good material effects. If this is the Quest version of the game, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they can do with the PC and PSVR 2 versions. The game has got a story with voice acting. Overall, voice acting is fine, and I didn't find it cringy or annoying, although you can tell the script was translated to English at times, as the dialogue can be a bit forced. And I don't think you're going to play this game for the story, but it's good that there is a narrative pulling you through the game.
Familiar places.
How does it feel to come back home?
It's a strange feeling. On the one hand, something childish comes to mind, like playing basketball with my brother. On the other hand, a difficult time after Derek disappeared.
You can also turn the voice off as well if you don't like it. I'll let some footage play so you can see how the game plays without me talking over it.
Nick, we have a report that traces of a chaser have been found near the Vitaltech office. Head there now. my god, there are bandits in the office.
What should we do?
Hang on, let me clarify. First, you have to break the cyber lock by going into cyberspace.
Is there a boss meeting here? It can't be. This is the house where my brother and I lived.
Wow. How did you live here? Did you get along well?
Yes. We fought sometimes, like any brothers. But we quickly made up, always standing up for each other if someone from the slums attacked one of us.
Oh shit.
The descent into the shaft is blocked by a hatch. We need to open it with something.
How'd you like that?
According to the floor plan, there should be a mount in the far corner of the room. Find it.
How did the sniper notice me?
Sorry, I
Heading
accidentally
out!
activated the implant light of your eye.
What? Why? What the hell, Lisa?
It was an accident. I pressed the wrong button.
Lisa, I have a feeling you want to kill me.
No, I just got confused. There are so many instructions and protocols for sky chase operators. Sorry, I haven't memorized everything yet.
You got confused, exactly in the right place, where the sniper was.
I didn't know he settled in the neighboring building, I swear! Nick, there's been a high-voltage generator breakthrough in the basement. The floor is electrified. You'll have to make your way to the exit without touching it.
This won't be easy. What happens if I fall on the floor?
No ifs. The generator voltage is so high that it will kill you instantly.
And you know how to motivate...
Oh shit. Overall, my impressions of the demo are positive. This is a game that a lot of us have been waiting for. It's due for release on the Quest this year and PC, PSVR 2 later 2024. You can also wishlist the game on Steam and the Metastore. Check the links in the description. And that's the end of the video. As always, thanks for watching, and an extra special thanks to my very generous patrons and YouTube members.